All right, everyone. Welcome back to Liminal Horror, my solo sessions. Today we're starting solo session number 6. Little recap. The crew, Chaz, Iris, and Todd made it, although Todd barely made it, to Professor Hillard's house to ask questions about the stone that they had, which turns out, due to the research done by Professor Hillard's colleague that has recently passed away, they come to find out that this stone is actually an egg. And it was found in what used to be a temple, in like a site of a grisly crime. And Professor Hillard was just about to tell them, he had just given them the boxes. Chaz retrieved them out of his trunk, and they were about to sort through his recent colleagues' his paperwork when, as Chaz was going outside to get it, he noticed that there was huge scratches up the side of Professor Hillard's apartment, and they heard banging and crashing. Chaz gets inside, and Professor Hillard starts to kind of geek out, so he tries to exit out the back sliding doors, and head for like the carport or garage, whatever he's got back there, and something large lands on top of him and begins just absolutely dismembering and ravaging him. And it's like a praying mantis looking creature with like 4 sets of two-legged segments. So kind of elongated abdomen, thorax area, kind of spindly, sharp legs, and 2 like bladed attachments, like appendages up front, sort of like a praying mantis. Horrible, snapping, mismatched mandibles, and I mean, it is just ripping him to shreds. And so we are going to pick up from there. So the crew is watching this happening. They're standing in his like sort of kitchen, dining room, open concept, watching out the back as he's being torn apart. And Professor Hillard stops moving, and the creature swings its head, many eyes running the contour of its head, and it swings its head over and begins to move to the sliding doors. And we are going to figure out, let's see here. Chaz, he's quick on his feet. He thinks quick as well. He's, he runs over and attempts to beat the creature to the sliding doors, which I know are made of glass, but let's just see what happens. So we've got to beat a dex of, we got to roll at 15 or under. Okay, an 8. So he's able to run over, and I'm going to take notes on just okay, hold on, actually. Let's do this. Let's truly try to make these quick. Chaz races to close doors, succeeds. Okay. The creature, sort of slams into the glass. It's thick panes, and so it begins to crack, giving them, they've got like maybe 5 to 6 more bashes before this creature is able to smash through. So they, in his kind of dining room, kitchen, open concept, if here are the sliding doors, here's the dining room, here's the kitchen, off sort of to the right here, there's like a little entrance that leads down some steps and up into the driveway to where his car is. You can also reach it through the backyard and the fence, kind of a stone path that walks you around. So, Chaz is like, we got to get the fuck out of here. they all agree. Todd's barely hanging in. He's got a max of 7 strength, but he's at 3 right now. So he got partially gutted by the hidden figure on their way over to Professor Hilliard's house. So I'm going to ask, whoops, that's not my pen. I'm going to ask the Mythic, do they have time to grab the document box? Let's see, this could change some things. And we're at a chaos factor of 8. Let's say, we're going to say very unlikely. And let's figure out. So a very unlikely at a chaos factor of 8. We need to roll a, let's see here, very unlikely, chaos factor of 8. We need to roll a 65, or wait, yeah, we're rolling under. Yeah, a 65 or under. 1 second. There we go, I had to cough real quick. Whew, come on, guys. Oh my God, a 77. Okay. They do not have time. They don't have time to make it, so 77, no. All right. So they don't have time to grab this document box. You know, that it's already going to take them long enough with Todd sort of hobbling along. So Iris is like, fuck this, we don't have time, we got to get the fuck out of here. They race through the side, essentially, just as the creature smashes through the glass. And, okay. They leave the box and make for the car. All right. And let's say that they make it out the side. The creature's in there. It sees them. They slam the door behind it. It's like, it doesn't necessarily see where they go, but it makes it in the house, and they can see, you know, through the window at like the top of the door. They can see like the shadow against the ceiling of this like pretty large creature. I said it was like a mountain lion size. So I mean, it's like, it's casting shadows inside of the building or inside of the house. So they can see its shadows. It's searching for them. I would say it's, you know, it'll search long enough until it goes back outside. And if it doesn't find them in the house, it will go back outside. So they have a second. They have his car, and they're realizing they don't have his keys. The keys are next to his body. In the yard, covered in viscera and just whatever nasty matter is over there. And so they're going to have to do something about that. And so Iris, you know, just taking charge of the situation. She's got a firearm as well. So she tells them, you know, I got my own protection. Like I should be the one to do this. I'll sneak over. It'll be quick. Chaz, you keep Todd by the car. I'm going to unlock it with the fob, and you get him in the back and be ready to get in and bolt. So Iris, dex of 13, is going to have to see if she can sneak over and grab the keys without being detected while this thing is rooting around inside. A 2. Okay, that is fantastic. So Iris grabs keys near body and they get into the car. Okay, so now they have the question. They're all kind of murmuring, like, trying to keep it quiet. They haven't started the car yet. That will essentially, that's enough noise. They can assume that once they do this, the creature will make a move. So it just whispers, we have no information to go off of here. We have, very cursory. We don't even have a location of this temple. We could hit the library. It's late. We could literally just bust into the library if we have to. And we could find maybe any old articles in their archives to figure out where this temple was. But we either need to return this egg, or we need to destroy what else is there. And hope we don't run into any individuals that are maybe after the same thing. I don't know. I have no fucking idea what his intent was. I don't know why he stabbed Todd. I didn't want to have to kill him. And Chaz kind of puts a hand on her shoulder, like, you did what you had to do. We need the box. We have no information, so they put it to a vote, and they got to decide what to do. Do they grab the box? It probably has very detailed notes and research about the exact thing that they're hunting down. Or do they go fumble around the library and try to figure this out? So how should we do this? We'll say we've got, I got an idea. Let me grab a die out of here. I need a D6. Okay, I got a D6. That is gonna be, Todd's barely with it right now, so he's not that concerned. Chaz is voting that we grab the box. He's gonna be the black die. Iris is voting they go to the library. This is their rock, paper, scissors. So they're gonna do a best 2 out of 3. They don't have time for this, but they do it anyways. Todd just groaning in the background. Okay, 1 for Chaz. 1 for Iris. This will be it. Okay, they're going to the library. So Chaz, understanding that it's a suicide mission to begin with, to grab the box, just sort of relinquishes control. And they decide to go to the library. All right. And so I'm going to say we need to figure out if they're able to start the car and get away from this creature before it follows them. Can they drive away undetected? Undetected is going to be wild, so we're also going to do a very unlikely. But we are still at a CF8, so it's definitely not impossible. So we're going to do a roll for Mythic. CF8, we need to roll 65 or lower. Okay. Whoa. Is that a 1? Damn, all right. Yeah. That is a... Shit, that's a exceptional yes. Wait, that would be a 1, right? Because double zeros is the 10s. Yeah, that's a 1. Holy shit. Okay. Exceptional, yes. Shit. What would the exceptional yes of this be? Fuck, I don't know. Oh, I got an idea. Cool. I got an idea. So they find in the glove compartment. Chaz finds a handgun. Because that'll make Professor Hillard is... Something was going on. He stayed protected. I mean, they are in a city. He is, well, he's older. It's not like he was, out and about that much. Why would he have had a handgun? Either way, Chaz takes it. It's got, let's see, 1 clip. How many? We'll say it's like a 9mm or something like that. I'm gonna go look up real quick how many bullets are in a clip because I don't know shit about guns. I know that there's a 6-shooter, which is what Iris has, and she has 4 bullets left. But I don't know about this. I'll be right back. Okay. I just got schooled because handguns don't have clips. They have magazines. 1 mag, and I'm going to say 12 rounds. Okay. Yeah, every snarky answer on Reddit. 9mm, they have 0 bullets in a clip because they don't use clips. It's like, get over yourself. All right. So they have decided to get to the library. And they are able to drive away. But I want to test this scene. So let me see. How was I doing this? How did we test the scene? Okay. There we go. So we're going to scene test. Let's do it. So how do we scene test? I can't remember. Testing the scene. So we're at a chaos factor 8. Should we? No, it should go down. Because they did just get away. Let's say they're gaining control of the situation. They just found a gun. Come on. Which means I need to mark that down real quick. Chaz, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. All right, let's test the dang scene. Okay, so if we roll over chaos factor, expected scene. So if we roll over a 7, it's exactly as expected. They get to the library. If we roll an odd 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 within the chaos factor, so under or at 7, altered, 2, 4, 6. Well, 2, 4, 6 because those are the only ones within. That's a scene interrupted. So let's do it. Wait, what am I doing? Roll a D10, bro. What are you doing? Rolling a D100. We rolled a, what's a 10? Oh shit, okay. As expected. 10. As expected. All right. They arrive at the nearest public library. All right, so really, they need to, what time would we say this is? It's pretty fucking late, right? Like, I haven't been keeping track of time. So I'm gonna say, let's say it's like midnight. We'll make it definitive. 12 a.m. So it's now midnight, and the library is absolutely closed, but they need in regardless. So what are we gonna do about that? They could break in. I don't want to roll for it. No, let's do it. Is there any way? Is there an obvious gap in security? We'll say closed. Is there an obvious gap in security? I'm going to say nearly impossible. Okay, which means we need to roll a... We need to roll at nearly impossible a 35 or under at a chaos factor 7. And I believe we can do it, but let's see. A 57. Okay, so that is a no, just in case. I just wanted to do it just in case. 57, no. Okay. How would they go about breaking in? What's like the easiest way? Because if you smash the glass, the alarm's going off immediately. And they can't have another run-in with the cops. So what would another way into the library be? They have to break in. They gotta break in and hope that they can find this in time, I guess. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Obvious gap in security, nearly impossible. 57. No, I mean, okay. Chaz throws a rock through a lower window. Let's just, I mean, we're not even going to roll. The alarm is going off. So they need to get in and start looking around. So archives are alarm ringing. Head to archives. And I mean, it's all digital at this point. This is modern horror. So they can just look this up. I mean, fuck, now that I think about it. Couldn't they have just looked this up on Google? guess they could. It probably is a government. It's a state government public library. Are their archives public? They are. You do have to. There is a paywall. We're going to say there's a paywall to access the archives. You have to be a library member. And okay, yeah, so you can't get in. You got to be a library member. Their registration portal on the library's website is under construction. Something's going on. There's maintenance or something like that. They aren't able to do it, and they can't find shit on Google. There's like sort of like cursory, like people alluding to something that like the crime that they found is they know all of that, but they need information on sort of what took place, what was here before, like about the temple itself, not just the crime. So they get in and they head to the archives and they start flipping through like old newspapers, like on their, I don't know what those machines are called, but like the electronic machines that have like all of the digitized files. They have that. They're looking through those, and they find an address, which I think we had one. Did we have an address already? Drive them away. Temple Bulldoze, site of grisly crime. Temple was on border of industrial and downtown. They need like a very specific address, and they found one. So it would be on the border of industrial and downtown, and they have an address. It's now apartments. So they had bulldozed this entire area. Okay, let's say. Did we already write that too? Coming down recently. Okay. No, we didn't have anything. Temple site is now apartments. Okay, and then I'm going to say they hear footsteps from the main level above. So they're down in the basement in archives. And we're going to say, are they able to... I'm going to make them each make a dex check to see if they're able to hide or kind of take cover before these footsteps are getting closer. I'll say that just so we know. Are they able to hide in time? Todd is the one I'm worried about, and he hasn't taken any damage to his dex. So for Chaz, a 4. Okay, for Todd, a 7. Holy shit, okay. And for Iris, has to roll at or below a 13. Oh my god, Iris, you fucking ding dong. Okay, so she's like, they run to like a side staircase, which would lead sort of to like an alleyway entrance, or I guess more of an exit. It stays locked. An alleyway that's in between the library and the building next to it. And yeah, they turn around as they're about to round the corner. You know, they hear a, "Hey, stop!" And they turn around or Iris whips around and just freezes. And there's 2 cops standing face to face. Oh, Iris. You have a 13 in Dex too. Okay. So face to face with 2 cops. Okay, I mean, they're not able to outrun this situation. These 2 could leave, technically, but they're not going to. They're in too deep at this point. Shit, what do we want to do here? We could do, let's do cop 1 and cop 2. We'll say they are HP. I'll say they're HP 5 each. Their hit protection, strength, Dex, control. Oh, you know what I fucking didn't do? I'm sorry, we're doing this because they just saw some crazy ass shit happen to Professor Hillard, and I didn't have them do this. We're gonna make them take D6 stress damage, and that should have happened at the beginning of this episode, and I had thought about it a million times, and then I guess I just forgot. So for Chaz, oh god, okay, this is Todd's fucked. Does he have his HP? Yeah, they drove the whole way over. I mean, he only has 1 HP to begin with, so that sucks, but he's at least got his HP back for now. All right, and then we're gonna roll the line for stress damage. Chaz, that's a 1. So Chaz has 4 hit protection currently. Todd, a 2. So that didn't take it exactly to 0. And he suffers 1 control damage. So he is now at 11 control. Iris takes 3. Ooh, we're just going straight down the line here. So that's a -2 to her control. She is now at 7. Okay, we got that done. That's what I needed to do at the beginning. So sorry we didn't get that done. All right. Let's see here. We've got their strength is, we'll do 10 and a 12. 10, 10, and then a 9 and an 11. Okay. So what is the plan here? I mean, I just feel like the cops have guns. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I mean, if they try to run again, I mean, so they got caught. They could just try to run. I don't know. I mean, Iris at this point, she fucking she killed, so they're not running. Okay. Maybe if it gets fucking crazy dire. Yeah, so we are going to roll our decks to see if they get to act first. All right. Okay, for Chaz, that's a 4. So he's going the first round. Todd, 17. He is not. And a 15. Iris is also not. God damn. This crew. Okay. What does Todd have? He's got a multi-tool. Does he have any weapons? Dude, he doesn't. He's just like using his hands, I guess. Chaz has a gun, which I should have marked on here. I will here in a second. Did I mark that for Iris? No, oh yeah, small revolver. Okay. We'll do for Chaz. 9mm hand gun. D6. And he's got a box cutter too, if need be. Okay. So they do not get to go first. Chaz does, however. So he's gonna aim at the first cop, and he can see it in Iris's eyes. She has no intention of letting herself get caught. So we're heading into combat. So Chaz is gonna pull out his new handgun. Oops. Oh god, that would have been nice. And he's gonna fire at the first cop. Oh, you piece of shit. Okay. So he's now at 4. And now the cops get to go. And they're gonna fire at Chaz. And they've got handguns as well. A 1. So he's at 3 now. He's at 2 now. Okay, he's still got his hit protection. Hell yes. Wait, he was at 5. He took 1. He took another one. Okay, so no. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, that was from his stress damage. Okay. So yeah, he's at 2. Right. Now the crew goes. Todd. Oh, Todd. I don't think that's a good idea. Nah, fuck it. So they are... While the others are distracted... No, I mean, I'm gonna roleplay this. I don't think that he would engage. I think he's gonna take cover, which I think is smart. So Chaz is going to take a shot again at the first cop. That's a 5. Okay. So this cop is at 0. And he's at 9 strength now. And now Iris is going to fire at that same cop. Oh my god, a 6? Okay. Wait. Is this the same as in Cairn? No, they got to get to 0. There is a morale. I'll say if this cop gets killed, this cop is going to dip. Or he's at least going to try to. I mean, and they'll just fucking let him. So he was at 4. Damn, what was he at? He was at 9. Minus 6. Oh, that's 3. Okay. Chaz isn't doing shit. The first cop is gonna take a shot at Chaz again, because that's who he's been going for. So that's to 0. So 4 left. That's an 8. Todd's at 8 strength. Yikes. Okay. And the other cop is going to back up the first one and take a shot at Iris. She's at 0 hit protection, and that's a 6. So she's got 7 strength right now. God, dude, this is not going well. And Todd... No, Todd's gonna stay hidden. They're both telling Todd, you gotta stay down. Like, just fucking stay down. We got this. Okay. And then Chad's gonna take a shot at the first cop again. And that's a 6. So he's done. Chad's he's like just reaching around like a wooden shelf and just hits this cop square in the neck. Cop buckles over, just sort of bleeds out, gurgling. He's done. This cop, we're gonna do, there's a chance that he'll run. We're gonna do a 50% chance. 50 or lower, he does not. 51 and above, he does. Okay, that's an 88. We are gonna say that this cop dips hard. And there we go, just in case he ever shows up again. We'll say he retreats. There we go. And these three are like, yeah, we're good, get the fuck out of here. So then they let him run. And they can hear him. They can hear the second cop calling for backup. So let's make a note of this. They kill one and the other retreats to call for backup. Let's see. Can they get to... We're gonna say they get to their car. They got an address now. Oh wait, should they be in the car? Oh, they're all wounded. No, they're not gonna get to the car. That's like literally where they're gonna get caught immediately. So, the group sneaks into the alley and heads toward the address for the temple site. Okay, goddamn. Wish I could just write things and not have to go over them a million times. And you know what? That's where we're gonna call it. What? Right. That was solid. That was a good session. It is looking increasingly more bleak for the crew as the day goes on, but you know what? They got a mission, and they're at least gonna try to see it through. So yeah, that was solid. It's been a while since I've done this. I'm gonna make it a point to get this going again. I want to see how this story ends. But yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Appreciate you very much, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you. Bye.